The gaming world right now, it's a mess. Layoffs, gamers signing petitions fighting for their rights, and games like John Wick Hex disappearing from digital stores. It's just a lot. But then came Donkey Kong Bananza. And in the middle of all this chaos, this game gave me something I hadn't felt in years: satisfaction. I'm not just pressing buttons, I'm crushing layers of rock with DK's fist, hearing, "Oh, banana!" and smiling like I'm playing games for the very first time. It's joyful, it's honest, it's exactly what I needed. And if you're feeling burnt out too, stick around, because this review isn't just about a game, it's about why we play. Hey, I'm Tonic, and welcome to Legend of Potato. If you're new here, this channel is all about celebrating the joy in gaming, and today's review might be the most joyful one I've done yet. Donkey Kong Bananza isn't just a game, it's a full-on serotonin blast, bursting with charm and heart. And if you're someone who plays games to feel something real, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, if you love wholesome reviews, feel-good games, and a bit of Nintendo magic, smash that like button. And please consider subscribing. Now, let's break this down. Most reviews talk about gameplay, graphics, performance, and sure, those are important. But for Donkey Kong Bananza, there's really only one category that matters: satisfaction. This game is satisfying in a way I didn't know I needed. Smashing through layers of rock using just DK's fists feels so good it should be illegal. Every time I press L and R to activate Bananza mode, I tell myself, just get to the core, help Pauline, we'll come back and clean up later. But who am I kidding? 10 seconds in, I'm already destroying everything in sight, like DK's on a personal mission from the banana gods. What's even better? The game rewards you for it. I've found hidden bananas, maps, fossils, without ever using a map or spending a single gold coin at the shop. I've gathered so much gold at this point that when the getaway building Fractone asked me for just 1,000 gold to build a shelter, I'd laugh. If I could, I'd throw 10,000 gold at him and say, build us a village. That's how ridiculous and satisfying the reward loop is. It feels like every layer is bursting with goodies, and DK is just scooping them up with his bare hands. And it's not just the loot, it's how powerful DK feels. I've played games where the main character is strong on paper, but you never feel it. Not here. I press buttons like I'm saving the world, because in this game, I kinda am. That power fantasy, it lands with a satisfying punch every time. I've seen people say the game is too easy. And yeah, it kind of is, but it's supposed to be. It's not about a struggle. It's about joy. It's about throwing punches, finding treasure, helping Pauline, saving bananas, and feeling like an unstoppable gorilla who's finally getting the respect he deserves. And that, friends, is what satisfaction looks like. I've seen a lot of people online saying that the boss fights in Donkey Kong Bananza are too easy as well. And you know what? They're right. These bosses aren't going to test your reflexes like a Souls game. But that's not the point. The point is how it feels to beat them. You walk into the arena and the villain's all smug like, "Alright DK, let's see what you've got." And 2 minutes later, they're on the floor, bruised and humbled, admitting you're stronger. That's not difficulty, that's catharsis. That's DK standing tall, like the unstoppable force he's always been in our minds. When DK and Pauline are diving down to the next layer, it feels earned. Pauline's hopeful vibes while they drop through the void are joyful, uplifting. It's not about challenge, it's about emotion. Video games give us power we don't always feel in real life. And in Bananza, that power comes with heart. Every boss defeat is another reminder that you're not just playing a game, you're part of DK's rise. You're helping him become something even bigger. It's a story of growth wrapped in banana peels and punchlines. And even if it's not hard, it's incredibly satisfying, especially in a world where wins can feel few and far between. This one, it hits hard, and it hits just right. Donkey Kong Bananza isn't just satisfying because of what it lets you do. It's satisfying because of how it makes you feel. This game celebrates DK's legacy in a way that's both respectful and heartwarming. You've got challenge levels that nod to Donkey Kong Country, the DK rap playing on the radio when you build getaways, and the lullaby version of the classic DK Country theme that gently plays as DK falls asleep. These aren't just Easter eggs. They are emotional checkpoints for longtime fans. They say, "We remember, and we know you do too." Then there's Pauline. Her presence isn't just fan service, it's meaningful. Before each sleep, her conversations with DK build a bond that's quietly beautiful. You start to feel like you're not just playing a platformer, you're part of a relationship growing layer by layer, right alongside the descent to the core. And let's talk about the Banandium gems. Every time DK smashes one and eats it with wide-eyed joy, it's impossible not to smile. The voiceover shout, "Oh, banana!" is like an emotional punchline that never gets old. It's goofy, it's nostalgic, it's perfect. This game doesn't rely on nostalgia, it enriches it. It expands DK's world without erasing what made him iconic in the first place. It's deeply satisfying to see a character who's been in the background for so long finally take center stage in a game that feels like it was made with love. Bananza doesn't just honor DK, it lifts him up. And in doing so, it lifts us too. It reminds us why we fell in love with gaming in the first place. And that kind of feeling, you don't get that from graphics or specs. You get that from heart. All right, we've talked about the big stuff. But before we wrap up, I've got to hit you with some extra satisfaction. These are the smaller things, tiny moments, smart design choices, or just good vibes that made Donkey Kong Bananza one of the most satisfying games I've played in years. First up, replay value. I'm on layer 1200 and I still love this game. Thanks to the fast travel worm, going back through earlier levels isn't a chore. It's actually satisfying. You can zip around the world freely, picking up pieces you missed or just smashing more stuff for fun. Then there's the moment you get a new ability and you go, wait a sec, I can go back and try to reach that banana I couldn't get to before. That kind of progression just clicks. It's deeply satisfying when the game lets you connect those dots naturally without hand-holding. Collectibles are everywhere. Outfits for DK and Pauline, treasure maps, fossils, but it never feels bloated. The pacing is satisfying because it's up to you how deep you go. And the fossil system? You can only use them on the layer where you found them, which removes stress and keeps decision making simple. It's such a satisfying mechanic. Using Banandium gems to upgrade abilities is fantastic. Watching DK power up and crush through stuff he used to struggle with, that's satisfying game feel at its finest. And each biome adds new challenges with fresh terrain and character interactions. It's satisfying to explore every corner and see what surprises each region holds. Now, the performance issues. They're there. Nintendo acknowledged them, and you can see occasional frame drops. But honestly, I hardly notice. The destruction is so satisfying that when frames dip, I just don't care. It never stops the action, it never interferes with enemy battles, and it doesn't hurt the game. With how wild the explosions and environmental chaos get, it's almost like the game has to slow down and admire itself. The frames drop because even the Switch needs a second to take in how satisfying it all is. And yes, about that $70 price tag. Look, I'm not here to debate value. What I do know is the game makes me feel as good as any game I've ever played. That alone, more than satisfying. I'm not here to convince you to buy Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's not the point of this review. What I am here to do is share how this game made me feel, because honestly, it hit harder than anything I've played in the last 10 years. And I've played the big ones: Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Dark Souls, Grand Theft Auto 5, all masterpieces in their own way. But none of them hit me quite like this. Bonanza reminded me why I love video games. It's satisfying in every possible way. Mechanically, emotionally, nostalgically. It made me smile. It made me relax. It made me feel. And in today's world, a game that can do that, that's special. Whether you're here for the punches, the bananas, the music, or the unexpected emotional depth, Donkey Kong Bonanza delivers. It's joyful, it's powerful, it's satisfying. If this review resonated with you and you want more content that celebrates games from the heart, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to Legend of Potato. Join me on this journey where we keep finding the joy in gaming one banana at a time. Thanks for watching. Stay kind, stay curious, and stay satisfied.